Hi, it's Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Today I'm going to tell you about a boat ride I took. Do you enjoy taking boat rides? I sure do. And so when I saw one offered by a local tour company as a day trip to Lake Norman in North Carolina, I thought, well, this sounds like a nice way to spend a day in July. And so I signed us up. It wasn't exactly how I had envisioned it, however, so let me tell you about it. Lake Norman is the largest man-made freshwater lake in North Carolina. It's located north of Charlotte. Lake Norman was created between 1959 and 1964 as part of the construction of the Cowens Ford Dam by Duke Energy. It offers 520 miles of shoreline and a surface area of more than 50 square miles. Lake Norman provides electricity to the Piedmont region of the Carolinas. The project to construct Cowens Ford Dam broke ground in 1959. Upon the dam's completion in 1962, the lake began to fill with water. After the construction of the dam, the Catawba River slowly covered the 30,000 acres of land where farms, mills, plantations, and entire communities once resided. Historic sites such as the battlefield for the Revolutionary War, Battle of Cowens Ford, were also flooded during the creation of Lake Norman. The local travel company that I used caters to retirees. I have to say that it is an upscale type of experience because I've used them before. And they pick you up at your house in a van. So they picked us up at 6:30. I'm not a morning person, but I took my neck pillow in preparation for sleeping, which I did. So they took us to the office, which is in Hendersonville, and they have a breakfast spread ready for us, which is very nice, and all kinds of food. So we ate that, and then we got on their luxury bus. This bus is designed specifically for them. It's a one-person owned agency, and he recently bought this new bus, which has the cushiest seats. Oh my, they recline, and on one side of the aisle are single seats because catering to retirees, there's usually a lot of single people that sign up and they don't have to sit with a stranger. The other side has two seats. And it's just a lovely bus. So I settled in there comfortably for the 2.5-hour ride and used my neck pillow to get some sleep. When we arrived, we looked at the boat basin and oh my, there were so many boats there. So I think there were, about 23 people in our group, and they had decided to break them up into one with 10 people and one with 13. We went with the one with 10 people. Now, in my mind, I never dreamed that they would have a boat ride that didn't have some kind of sun protection. I thought, these are a bunch of old people on a boat, and to put them in direct sun, high 80s for an hour and a half, it never occurred to me that they would do this. It was a pontoon boat, but I still thought that there would be some shade. I had brought a tote bag with sunblock, and my purse contained any medication that I might need. But at the last minute, I left that tote bag in the bus, just took a tiny little purse. And yeah, that was a big mistake, big mistake. As I stepped onto the pontoon boat, it dawned on me that I get seasick on small boats. And that's when I realized that my Dramamine was in my purse back on the bus. And I thought, oh, this could be the longest hour and a half of my life. Mistake. Okay, so we go down the walkway and we get on to our pontoon, and everybody scrambles to get the seats under the tarp that was providing shade. Of course, we held back and let everyone else get on, and that meant we were in the front of the boat with no sun protection whatsoever. My husband and I, another man, and two women were in this unprotected area. The rest of the people were under the tarp, including the driver. Well, thank goodness I had brought my sun hat, and I had brought a very light rain jacket. And I thought, well, just in case it rains. But in the end, I used that to protect my arms because the sun was so hot that the vinyl padding that I was leaning on was scorching hot. Now, I will say, once the boat started moving, there was a lovely breeze, and I had tied my hat on so it wasn't going to blow away, and it was bearable. But I saw my arms turning pink, and the man next to me had some sunblock, and I asked him if I could use it. And I really slathered it on my arms, and that really saved me. I will say that, because later on I put the jacket on. Between the jacket, the sunblock, and the hat, I have to say I did not get sunburned on this trip. It was really hot up there, and the two ladies across from me they looked really unhappy to be in the front of the boat like that, and grumble. And so finally one of them, after an hour, said to the people in the back who were protected, I think we should change now because it's only fair that, we get to sit in the shade. Well, there was dead silence in the back. Finally, one of the ladies said, well, we've got the sun back here too, so it's not completely shady. And I thought, really? Because it looked shady to me, but, I couldn't blame them for wanting to give up their seats. I wouldn't have either. I kept my mouth shut. I mean, we were the youngest ones on the boat, which is really telling you something. And I thought, oh, no, I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'll just grit my teeth and, bear it. Then a few minutes later, I guess guilt sunk in because one of the ladies, actually two of the ladies, moved over and sat on the big ice chest and said, you can come back here and sit if you like. And so the two ladies in the sun moved back there for the last 45 minutes of the trip, and we continued to swelter. It really wasn't what I expected, but like I said, the breeze was so good that I was able to enjoy the scenery. And all in all, even though it wasn't what I expected, I enjoyed the trip. I really did. Because after it ended, and it was an hour and a half boat ride, we were bused to a lovely restaurant, and there were tables outside. It was on the water. There were big windows inside. We went inside where the air conditioning was. And this particular tour company lets you eat anything off the menu that you would like, which is pretty unbelievable. This always throws me. I've been with this company several times, and I always think, really, anything on the menu? And the owner always says, yes, anything you like, because they charge more than anyone else, so it's already included. But, I looked at the filet, which is marked $42, and I thought, oh my, really, is anyone going to order that? Because it was a la carte. And I'm not eating meat at the moment, so I went with the salmon, which was only $28. And my husband got the crab cakes, which were $38. But I noticed when the food arrived that a man on the other side of the table got the filet, and oh my goodness, it was huge, which it should be for $42. And I mean, really thick. I don't know if he ate the whole thing. He might have taken it home, but that's the way this tour company operates. This restaurant was located in Davidson, North Carolina, home of Davidson College. And after we had our lunch, we got back on the bus and we went into the downtown area. Now, this particular tour company is known for doing a happy hour on the bus. And I find this to be a complete waste of time. I mean, I'm sorry, but it takes a long time for the driver, who is also the owner, to go in the back of the bus, take orders from everyone, mix drinks, and give out snacks. I mean, you can waste an hour that way, but that's just my opinion, because everyone else on the bus loved it except me, apparently, because he said, does anyone want to get off the bus and look around downtown? We're going to have our happy hour now. And I raised my hand. My husband and I got off the bus. Everyone else stayed on and had their happy hour. And we went and looked around the town of Davidson, which was very cute. This is a college town, of course. The campus and the downtown area seem to be one and the same. It's all very beautiful, lots of grass and trees and flowers and lovely little stores. And so we took a half hour and we enjoyed the town of Davidson. I love this walkway, and we have the bells chiming in the background. So that ends the story of our boat ride. And did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. And I loved going to this beautiful restaurant for lunch and seeing the town of Davidson, where I had never been before. So yes, I liked it. But I think in the future, I would rethink taking a boat ride in July or August. Yes, I would. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll give me a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Have a wonderful day.